Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm back. Justin Schollard here, StrengthRx CrossFit, Performance Code Podcast. So yesterday, we talked about the bracing sequence. If you recall, abs tight, glutes tight, but before you do that, you take a big deep breath in, squeeze your abs, squeeze your glutes, right? So now we're gonna go into applying that into movement. So first thing I wanna go over today, guys, is squatting. Squatting is one of those primal, ancient things that we've been doing for the entire history of humanity. Only recently has it become an issue with people because of just the nature of our evolution. I mean, we spend all day on our phones, driving, on the computer, you name it, we're always in a flexed position. And so when I ask a client to squat properly, or I try to show them how to squat properly, there's just a few things that tend to pop up. So I want to address those in this video and then just teach you guys the proper mechanics for squatting. You might not be there right now. You might be still dealing with some mobility issues, and that's very common. But I think that if you know what to look for, if you know what to be striving for, it's going to make your path to getting there a little bit easier. So what I want to see when we squat, guys, of course, we're going to go into our bracing sequence, right? So we're going to take a big deep breath in, squeeze those abs, squeeze your glutes. Now we're ready to squat. So let's just start with the body weight squat, AKA air squat. First thing I'm gonna do is get my feet right under my shoulders. I'm gonna point my toes out 10 degrees or so, ever so slightly, not too crazy wide. I definitely don't want my toes splayed out because anything past about a 15 to 20 degree splay, it encourages the internal rotation of my knees, and you can tell that that's just not a good place for your body to be. So we wanna have our toes right under our ankles, our ankles right under our knees, our toes pointed out slightly. First thing we're gonna do is push our butt back, right? So when we want to initiate the movement with our hips first, we're gonna push our butt back, we're gonna drop our butts down below our knees, then we're gonna stand back up again. So from the side, it looks like this. Okay? You'll notice a couple of things here, guys. My knees are actually externally rotated, right? They're spread to the outside of my ankles. That's by design. That's important to do that because it keeps our knees over our ankles. It keeps our joints stacked and aligned properly, right? What we don't want is squatting with our knees buckling in. That's called valgus, I mentioned earlier. That's where you're gonna start to get those joints on a funky angle, and over time it'll wear that meniscus and cartilage down. We don't want that, right? We want to keep our joints nice and aligned, and that goes for anything. What you'll notice also is that I push my hips back. I keep the weight of my body in my heels, right? I don't ride up into my toes. I keep the weight of my body in my heels, keep my butt back, and I'm trying to keep my lower back flat. Now, of course, there's more to it than that, but as a starting point, I want you to remember those 3 key points of performance: weight of your body in your heels, knees open, lower back flat. Now, if you're not quite there yet, don't worry about getting all the way down. Don't worry about bringing your butt below your knees. The fact is that if you're squatting like this still, then you have no business bringing your butt below your knees. So what we might need to do is just get a bench behind you, find a good distance for you to lower yourself to, as long as you can maintain a flat back. And it might just be here, right? It might just be about a quarter of a squat for now. And as time goes on, of course, we can improve that and get you deeper and deeper and deeper. So that's it for today, guys. That's squatting. So whether we're doing a back squat, body weight squat like I just showed you, front squat, it really doesn't matter which type of squat we do. The mechanics are gonna always be the same as far as where I want your hips, the distribution of weight on your feet, and the depth that we're going to be trying to work towards. But of course, we always want to do our bracing sequence first, right, guys? Inhale, squeeze, squeeze the glutes, then you go into it. All right, guys, so that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you watching this. I will see you tomorrow for part 3 of your onboarding process. My name is Justin Schollard, over and out.